Increasing or decreasing taxes will do nothing in keeping jobs over here. What will do things is holding companies responsible. Free trade agreements only adds unemployment not only here but also abroad. I have spoken with people in both sides of the border. Some people abroad that say that since NAFTA came about and had places like Home Depot go and Walmart going across the border, now businesses that they could have where they had customers buying their clay flower pots, now Home Depot and Walmart have gone across the border and have been offering the same thing for less and even lighter. So now those people have lost all their customers because now they're going to Walmart and Home Depot. And guess what? Those people who have fun and families to feed over there and were displaced from their jobs thanks to all these businesses going over there, now have to find another way of feeding their people. And guess what they do? They immigrate to the United States. But now guess what? The average time it takes to process an application for an immigration application is 12 years. I don't think any self-respecting parent would tell their child, wait 12 years until INS, or now the National Homeland Security, decides to approve my paperwork. I'll give you your formula. I'll feed you 12 years from now. Duh. So, well, of course they're going to be coming here illegally. NAFTA is a reason for illegal immigration. Get those companies back to the United States. Let those other businesses, let Mexican businesses be in Mexico and American businesses stay in America. That's how you fight for America. That's how you fight unemployment. That's how you improve the economy. And that's how you fight illegal immigration. Let's see. Let's take a look at the next one. You say that we would establish a program to help make a difference when people are working for a job that does not really give them the full payment that they need while they find a better job. That program already exists. And guess what? It was the other party, the one who pushed for it and the one who got it going. The WIA program, Work Investment Act. During a brief time when I was going through some unemployment issues, that program helped me get back on my feet. It's nothing new, you copycat. Ah, here's a doozy. Choice in education. That's not going to reform education. Much of the reason why education is failing is because Republicans like you decide to spend millions of dollars making bombs and dropping them in a nation where we should not have been in the first place instead of keeping that money on American soil for our kids. You are the one who's the reason why they're failing. Because a certain person who's being held as a hero in Congress, in the White House, has pushed for No Child Left Behind, supported by her flunky, Margaret Spellings, who has no teaching credential whatsoever and is obviously ignorant of all the research out there. It's ridiculous. They're even pushing for norm reference testing, which is what's really installed in schools. Duh, by definition, norm reference testing will always have an achievement gap. Norm reference that never measures what the student knows. It only measures how they compare to other people. Hence, by definition, norm referencing includes an achievement gap. Of course, you're going to be fighting problems with education that way. Duh. And if you don't spend the appropriate money for it, even worse. If you're pushing for all these changes in the field of education, all these reforms, and you decide to spend the money elsewhere, programs will fail unless you fund them properly. All these voucher initiatives are not going to do anything about education. It's only going to make things worse and create a real divide, separating and further increasing the achievement gap. Because all the fun will be going to certain schools, which will end up being overcrowded, and hence their uh, their successes, which in reality I don't think they're as real as we've been making up to be in the first place. Their successes will be diminished. Money is going to be going also to charter schools, which, as I said, are unstable, and there's a higher possibility of corruption in those charter schools. Take it from me, as I said, I worked at 3 charter schools before. I taught for 3 different charter schools. Uh, that's why schools are failing the students. It's not the school. You, Republicans, are the ones failing our students by choosing to spend millions of dollars in a war that should have never taken place. You, who spent $1 million on each bomb that is dropped on Baghdad. $1 million that, as I said previously, will be better spent in our schools, in our classrooms. Better spent giving students better quality textbooks, better quality supplies, um, giving teachers better training. That's where that money should go, not in some war way overseas, who knew, somewhere else. Not going and supporting another country with a claim of, oh, we're defending our friend from Russian invasion. Where do you get off with your hypocrisy, talking about bad mouthing Russia for invading Georgia when you yourselves are invading Iraq? What hypocrites you are! How dare you talk about peace when all you're doing is jumping at any opportunity for a war without even thinking about if it's a good idea or war or not? That's not guts. Wisdom and guts include picking your battles, to going when you need to go. If you were a war against Korea, awesome, I'm all for that. War against Iran, yes, I'm all for that. Um, but war against Iraq, give me a break. And talking about Iraq supporting Al Qaeda, give me a break. Military life has never supported peace. Has never strengthened a nation. Just look back to history and you'll find out. It is a military compound that led to the downfall of of the Roman Empire. The Muslims ended up splitting among their lines also because of an overzealous military movement. Each of the great powers that have led to this country, each of the great empires have fallen because of the military complex. You're also talking about trying to win a war to prevent other people's, to prevent our families from serving. Yeah, keeping on. You once said you want the war for another 100 years. Is that how you plan on keeping our families from serving? Increasing, the time we spend in a ridiculous war. If something is inappropriate, it should be cut from the beginning. No, oh, give me some time to win it. This war is inappropriate, so cut it off.